Please don't turn away from me. I got enough on my plate trying to turn.
Yo, what's up everyone, it's Blue Nova. I'm here to bring you guys a new tutorial on how to get vocal effects like Lil Durk in his song The Voice. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the bell notification icon so that you're notified every time there's a new video. A lot of you guys were requesting this just based on the comments I was receiving, so I'm just here to answer the request. If you want to get the entire vocal preset, it will be on the store. Just go to the store, click on the vocal presets tab. You can get the entire kit there. So let's go ahead and jump into the tutorial. What the first thing I'm going to do is just turn off what I have on the master channel. I'm going to work with the lead vocal. So I'm going to select this part, and all there is just auto-tune applied to each of these sections. We have like basically 3 different inserts for it, and all of these are just linked to all the different inserts. So right clicking it in solo, we're just going to go to the first insert, and the first thing I have is auto-tune. Just to correct my vocals, I found it in C minor. The retune speed, I kept around 10. Lil Durk, he has around, it's kind of a subtle amount, so you don't want to just overdo it. I'm going to play the entire vocal with all the effects off. This is what it's going to sound like.
Gave him 39 years out here and crying to sell. Even though I'm getting big, I bought a Mac through my Zelle. Took a picture on my block, they think I'm back in the field.
So yeah, that's how the vocals sound like with auto-tune. If you don't have Interest auto-tune, I have everybody on the backup in the preset folder. Just do the same thing with Auto Pitch. Is a free auto-tune and forming pitching plugin. So something good to have. The next thing we're gonna do is get into the compressor. Now all I did was just compress the vocals to everything sounding very consistent.
Gave him 39 years out here and crying to sell. Even though I'm getting big, I bought a Mac through my Zelle. Took a picture on my block, they think I'm back in the field.
So with it, I'm just dropping the threshold to around 201, the knee all the way to the right. And I'm just bringing down my threshold to where it's really just making everything just really consistent. It's a good amount of compression going on, so around -14.6 is what I found good. The next thing is just using parametric EQ2, just to cut out some of the low frequency and just boost up in the really around the 8500 region to get some clarity out.
Gave him 39 years out here and crying to sell. Even though I'm getting big, I bought a Mac through my Zelle. Took a picture on my block, they think I'm back in the field.
After that, going into a sound goodizer. Now I'm just doing this to just boost some more frequency into the vocal. So I selected A and just moved that knob up a little bit.
Gave him 39 years out here and crying to sell. Even though I'm getting big, I bought a Mac through my Zelle. Took a picture on my block, they think I'm back in the field.
After that, just using a fruity limiter just to make the entire vocal very full and consistent. All you want to do is make sure your release all the way to 0 and leave the attack and head alone.
Gave him 39 years out here and crying to sell. Even though I'm getting big, I bought a Mac through my Zelle. Took a picture on my block, they think I'm back in the field.
So the ceiling just set at -3 because that's why I usually like to have a good majority of my vocals. I usually start around -3. After that, having Spitfish to de-ess the vocals, and this is what's going to sound like.
Gave him 39 years out here and crying to sell. Even though I'm getting big, I bought a Mac through my Zelle. Took a picture on my block, they think I'm back in the field.
So that's it. And also the very last thing is adding some reverb. There's a subtle amount of reverb going on into the vocal. So just make sure your decay time just cut fairly short. The stereo separation, I turned it all the way to the left because I just want to fill in the beat a little bit more of this set of vocals. And with the wet level, have it around 30%. And you can kind of just freeze the screen and copy these settings, or like I said, just get the entire kit with my vocals inside.
Gave him 39 years out here and crying to sell. Even though I'm getting big, I bought a Mac through my Zelle. Took a picture on my block, they think I'm back in the field.
Now we're going to move into a very important part of the entire song, which is like the hook. So Durk did something very cool with his vocals. He kind of had like a layered thing going on to where one was just his regular voice and one was a very deep voice. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. The first thing you want to do is just make sure that you're getting you're basically copying and pasting these lead vocal settings onto the next one. So the first thing I'm going to do to attack it, we're just going to go to the next insert where this vocal is routed to that first stack. So this was going to sound like with everything all together.
Please don't turn away from me. I got enough on my plate, trying to turn away, trying to turn away.
So running through the other effects. So just with the reverb, it's essentially kind of the same thing, but with the pre-delay is not shifted. It's actually just hitting directly when it's playing. The wet level, turn it up some to around 38%. And the size of the room, I changed it because I noticed that it sounded like Durk's vocals are kind of in another space or room, so that's very important to note. With the Fruity Delay 2, it's not actually a delay that's happening. I'm using a widening preset on here, and this is just gonna make the vocals sound wide, like you're gonna hear in the left and right signal of your headphones. So just playing it, this is what it sounds like.
Please don't turn away from me.
And then playing it again without it.
Please don't turn away from me.
So having that delay is just gonna make it wider. It's just a widening effect. The Fruity filter is the next thing on here. I noticed that Durk's vocals on that part were filtered, so you're gonna want to adjust these settings to where it's going to sound filtered. So this is what it sounds like.
Please don't turn away from me. I got enough on my plate, trying to turn away, trying to turn away.
And the very last thing, just adding the doubler. So the secret, not so secret way of doing it is basically just duplicating the lead vocal of what you sang and just adding that stack and getting the pitch and turning it all the way down to 1200 cents. That's gonna make the vocal extremely deep. So this was gonna sound like.
Please don't turn away from me. I got enough on my plate, trying to turn away, trying to turn away.
And with the Fruity Delay 2, these are the settings that you want to have. It's just also basically a widening effect on the layered vocal. So playing both of those together, this is what it sounds like.
Please don't turn away from me. I got enough on my plate, trying to turn away, trying to turn away.
So yeah, that's pretty much what you want to do as far as the actual vocal quality goes. The very last thing, we're just going to play everything with the master channel. With the master channel, I have a Fruity Convolver cutting the entire mix at 16K, because that's something I noticed on the master track of Durk's original song. And then just adding Ozone 5 maximizer is basically just a limiter. If you don't have the Ozone 5 maximizer, then you can use anything else. You can use another limiter. So I have you guys on the backup inside the folder, just using a Fruity limiter, bringing your release all the way down to 0 and the head all the way to 0, and that's pretty much it. So playing the quality, this was gonna sound like.
Please don't turn away from me. I got enough on my plate, trying to turn away, trying to turn away.
And then playing the earlier part of it, this is what it sounds like.
Even though I'm getting big, I bought a Mac through myself. Took a picture on my blood, they think I'm back in the field.
So yeah, that's what I did in order to get Lil Durk's vocal quality. If you like this video, go ahead and thumbs up. Put in the comment section what you guys want to see next. If you need your song mixed and mastered, just go to bluenovabeats.com. Go to the contact form on the very bottom of the page and send me a message there. And like I said, the preset will be available there. It's fairly just all for everyone who just has FL Studio and just the M Auto Pitch plugin and Spitfish, and those are all free plugins, so anybody can use this preset. Aside from that, also I'm trying to push into creating a new genre called splatter. If you guys haven't heard of those beats, then I'll put a link in the description for those beats and genre I'm trying to push out. But like I said, like the video and comment what you want to see next, and I'll catch everyone on the next video.
Gave him 39 years out here and crying to sell. Even though I'm getting big, I bought a Mac through myself. Took a picture on my blood, they think I'm back in the field. Please don't turn away from me. I got enough on my plate.